Beavis and Butthead and Cheech and Chong. I wanted to follow him around all day long and get footage of him.
You right there?
You would laugh just fucking nuts
Okay.
off. I mean,
Okay.
It's funny, but it's not funny.
Yeah, I don't think we have that kind of time.
I'll follow him around.
But thank you.
You can,
So where are we from right now? So I already forgot your name. I'm sorry.
Audrey.
Audrey. What city are we in right now?
Anaheim.
Anaheim. Okay. Alrighty. So you ready?
Yep.
Ready? Yeah. Audrey. Okay. So today we're here in Anaheim with Audrey. Audrey, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25. And are you originally here from Anaheim?
No,
No. Where are you from?
I'm from the Bay Area.
And what
Yeah.
brings you here to Anaheim?
I came out here originally for rehab.
Oh.
Yeah.
And did you complete the rehab?
Not the first time, but the second time I did.
So are drugs a part of your life right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long were you clean before you relapsed?
Not very long. It happened almost like right after I finished, honestly. I didn't have a sober living lined up after that, and I just had a little too much time before I was gonna head back up home. And in that little bit of time of waiting, I thought I could handle it, you know, and slipped up.
What's the drug that you use?
Back then it was heroin. Now it's fentanyl. Yeah.
And how do you pay for your drug habit?
I have to come up. I don't have a job, so I boost. Yeah.
So at what age did you start doing drugs?
I was 18.
18.
Yeah, my boyfriend was the one that introduced it to me at the time. When I got with him, I was 18, and I was with him till I was 21, and he didn't tell me that he was on heroin at first. And so I was the one always having a job, and he didn't have a job, so he depended on me. And I couldn't beat him, so I ended up joining him, you know. You should never ever ask anybody to choose something like that over you, and because you're not gonna win, you know.
So heroin was your first drug?
Yeah, ever, yeah.
And what's your current living situation?
Right now I live out of my car. Yeah, constantly having to move it around.
Well, thank goodness you have your car.
I know.
And how long have you been living out of your car?
When we got our stimuluses actually is when I got my car. So before that I was out here. Like, I was in Santa Ana though, and I stayed on the tracks, like in a tent, and it was terrible. And it was nice when we got the stimuluses because I was able to get a car and get out of that a little bit.
I'm sorry, how did you say you earn money daily for your
I boost.
boots?
Yeah.
And who taught you that? How did you get into doing that?
Actually, when I lived up north is when I learned about that. It was from a girl that was a little bit older than me, and she had told me that I could make money doing that. She took me along with her. Of course, I got caught, but after that, I got better. Unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to do it. When I do have money, I usually buy my stuff, you know, but sometimes I just got to do it for food, you know? So, yeah.
So you've been arrested then?
Yeah.
You said. How many times?
I didn't have a record when I first came out here, and then as soon as within a month being out here, I went to jail for my first time I had stolen a vehicle. And they gave me 45 days, and they dropped it down to misdemeanor since it was my first charge. And after that, I just had little petty run-ins for paraphernalia, possession, and nothing too serious. I actually keep getting a warrant for my first charge I've ever got. I think it has something to do with the restitution, but I don't have any money enough to pay the restitution, so I don't know if I'm just gonna keep getting that warrant or what, but you know, I actually live with my boyfriend. Me and my boyfriend, we stay in our car with our 2 cats.
Okay.
And I've been out here since 21. I'm 25, and I think this run is going to be coming to an end very soon. You know?
So you're planning on
I'm exhausted.
getting back?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. It's either like you're always having to watch your stuff from being stolen, and you're always constantly having to watch where the cops are, because they're going to harass you if you look homeless too. So, you know, it's just, I feel like I'm never rested, you know? And then constantly having to worry about my habit is, yeah. Fentanyl was the downfall of a lot of us, honestly. It's crazy.
So a lot of people out here are on fentanyl.
Yeah.
What's the youngest age that you've seen somebody on drugs out here?
Honestly, it's rare to see, like, I'm usually always like the youngest one out here. Like, I see rare instances where I see people who are 18, 19, but I'm usually always like the youngest of my group, like of like my acquaintances that I meet. Like, I'm always the youngest. So, but I mean, there's a lot of us that when fentanyl came into the picture, like, it took over. Like, heroin was hard to find, and to keep from getting sick, that's what a lot of us ended up doing. You know, like, I wasn't warned about the sickness side of, you know, the dependency of, you know, opiates, you know, and it traps you.
Are there resources to help you get back on your feet and back into rehab?
I don't know about rehab. I'm getting close to that age where I was able to get into my rehab because of my mom. Now that I'm getting to be 26 soon, like, it's going to be coming to a short end. A main reason that what stopped me was the fact that my boyfriend didn't have the insurance that I would have, and I didn't want to just up and leave him with my cats, you know? So, like, we've always tried to, like, figure out what to do together. We had gotten a car and we were going to go up north, but the car we got off somebody had a lot of problems on it, and we didn't know that. We don't know anything about cars. So we were going to plan on selling our car to pick and part to get another car. And with that, we want to go back up north from where I'm from. My mom would help us, but it's hard to get back up there. She has her own life too, you know what I mean?
Does she know the situation you're in with the home, being out here and the drugs?
Yeah, my mom understands it. My mom used to use too. She's clean now, but she has my 4-year-old sister, and I should ask, but I don't ask for help enough, you know? You know, but it's getting to that point where it's almost like we might have to, you know, to get away from, because I don't know if I can keep mentally, like, keep doing this. It's a lot.
Sounds exhausting.
It is.
What does 24 hours in your life look like?
I'm constantly trying to make money, like, for my habit, and find time to eat, make sure my cats are fed and they're outside and going to the bathroom, because I can't leave them all day in the car, so I have to be with them. Me and my boyfriend take turns, like, having to watch them, and then eating, and constantly, 2 weeks ago, I almost lost our car from, when we get rooms. We had gotten a room with somebody, and they let us use their car, since their car works better than ours. We went to go get food, and we fell asleep when we were eating. And he called and reported his car stolen, and he told the cops that there was a gun in the car. We didn't know that. They came, guns drawn. I had no idea what was going on. Because I knew the person who the car belonged to. I didn't actually steal the car this time. And we lost everything. We lost my car keys, everything. My boyfriend luckily saved our car from being towed from right here, because he had shaved the key. He shaved the key to get it to start the car, and that's what saved our ass. Otherwise, we'd be right back out here all over again.
Thank God he has the car.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's very dangerous out here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not a good idea for a girl to be up by herself out here.
What's the craziest thing you've seen?
Somebody get killed. Yeah.
And lastly, so after being out here homeless for 4 years, what's the most important lesson that you've learned?
Honestly, pick your battles, like and your priorities. Like I'd rather, in every living situation you're gonna have struggles, but I'd rather have my struggles be, me being stressed out after I get off work and having to pay my bills and, like getting to work and doing shit like that instead of it being like making sure I don't lose everything because I got arrested by the cops again and I have no clothes and I happen to be that time of that month. And you know what I mean? Like, just every little thing like affects what happens. And this isn't worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I actually had goals and like I still do have goals. They're not gone, but they're getting harder and harder to see as possible the more I'm out here.
Well, you're still young.
Yeah, I am. But the years are going by really fast. A lot faster than I thought.
And you said that you've accomplished a program before, so you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
Thank you.
So thank you for this interview.
Yeah.
And are you okay with us using this on our YouTube channel?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. What made you guys